What's up everybody, it's Seth from Fowler Customs, and a lot of you guys have been asking me to post a sneaker collection video, and as some of you may know, I was actually featured on Crew Kicks a couple months ago with my sneaker collection, and for those of you that haven't seen it, I figured why not post it on my channel now so you guys can check it out. Keep in mind this collection is from like 6 months ago. I filmed this video a couple months before it even made it on the Crew Kicks channel, so this is a much older collection than what I have now. I'll definitely post an updated sneaker collection video before the end of the year, but right now I just don't have the time. And also, since that video is posted, I've jumped like 7,000 subscribers, so I know a lot of you guys haven't seen it. So I'm gonna roll the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But for me, I'll see you guys later. Let's do this. Is the lighting right? Let's get this lighting right. Let's get into it. So to start off the collection, let's start with one of my favorite basketball shoes of all time to play in. It's the D Lillard 2 in this static colorway. I was looking for this for months and I thought it had sold out, but surprise, it was in Foot Locker. That was awesome. I grabbed it right away. It's an awesome basketball shoe. It's got great durability, great grip. I mean, there's a million things you could say about the D Lillard 2. It's one of the best basketball shoes in the market right now, and it's cheap, so there's that. Shit. Knocked over my drink. Next up, I've got the Kyrie 2 in the Brotherhood colorway. It's a dope shoe, I really like it. Not a lot of padding, so I mainly only use it for outdoor basketball. That seems counterintuitive, but I like the D Lillard 2 so much I don't want to beat it up, and so I can beat this one up outside and it's not a big deal. Next, we've got a shoe that I wear pretty regularly, mainly just to the laundromat, things like that, but it's the Air Max 1 in this gray and gum sole colorway. It's dope. I got it from, I think, City Blue. I got it for 20 bucks because I won a gift card there for one of their Mystery Mondays. There's not much you can say about the shoe other than, I mean, it's okay. Next up, we've got my favorite training shoe. It's technically a running shoe. It's a Nike Fury. I got this on sale for like 60 bucks. I mean, it's a great all-around shoe. It's super comfortable. This actually rivals the Ultra Boost, in my opinion, in comfort and also value, because 60 bucks compared to 180. It's not that stylish, but I mean, honestly, when you're going to the gym and when you're running around the block, you don't need much style. Well, I don't, so it's good for that. 60 bucks, can't go wrong. Next up is my only pair of Saucony's. It's the Saucony Shadow 5000. I got it for 20 bucks. I don't remember where, I don't remember how, but it was a website. It's not exactly my size, but it's so padded that doesn't seem to matter. It's a size big. Overall, I mean, it's a nice shoe. The color's a little bit out there. I don't really have any purple things, but not a bad pickup for 20 bucks. Next up, we've got my only other pair of Air Maxes. It's the Air Max 90 in the OG colorway, the infrared colorway. It came out last year, and I wore it on this trip to Asia, and I really messed it up, but I think it's still a dope shoe. It's still, I mean, it's a classic. You can't really go wrong with the shoe. I wish I had kept it in better condition, but that's on me. That train ruins every one of my videos. Every time. Next up, you've got the Flyknit Racer in the multicolored colorway. It's the 2016 version with the gray tongue. I mean, overall, it's an awesome shoe. It's really breathable. It's pretty crazy. It's definitely a pop shoe. I mean, it doesn't really go with anything, but is it supposed to? This is my pair of black roll top Tims. I got these because I didn't want to shell out 600 bucks on the Yeezy 950s. These were 150 bucks, and they're actually waterproof, so I got these instead, and I think it was a good choice. I have a pair of the classic wheat Tims too, but it's summer, and I don't know where they are, so I'm not going to try and pull them out. Next up is a pair of Flyknit Roshis in the Beethoven colorway. I really dig Roshis. I only have 2 pairs now. A bunch of my pairs got messed up because I wore them all day, every day, and I customized a couple pairs and kind of ruined them. So this is one of the only survivors, and it's a great colorway. It's just crazy enough to get people's attention, but it's black and silver or black and white, so it goes with a lot. I mean, it's a pretty comfortable shoe, so you can't really go wrong. This is my other pair of Roshis. I used to do a lot of customs, and this was my most requested pair. It was the Black Cement 3 Roshis, and it didn't wear very well, to be honest, because I didn't really give a crap. I was like, okay, I can just customize another pair. So I wore these pretty much as beater shoes, and they got ruined. I mean, they still sort of look like Black Cement 3s a little bit, but you know, is what it is. Now, getting into the Adidas shoes, I've been obsessed with Boost recently, and I have way too many Ultra Boosts, so let's get them out of the way. This was my first pair of Ultra Boosts. It's the Ultra Boost Limited in the 3M colorway. This shoe's awesome. The Boost is pretty much yellow and brown because I've worn it to the ground, and all the little nubs on the bottom are gone. But I mean, overall, it's still super comfy, and the boost hasn't gotten worn down at all on the bottom, so I'm not worried about it. So this is the Ultra Boost Uncaged in the gray colorway. I switched out the laces with these 3M rope laces. I kind of wanted them to look like Yeezys a little bit. They don't, but you know what? I still like these laces better. I think this is an awesome shoe. I don't think it's as supportive as the regular Ultra Boost, and this collar kind of bugs me a little bit. But you know what? It still looks great. You don't really see the collar if you're wearing long pants, so it's a great shoe. Next up is the Triple Black Limited Ultra Boost Uncaged. Again, the shoe is pretty awesome. I dig the Ultra Boost. You can't really go wrong with Ultra Boost. However, my problem with this shoe is that the boost is black on the outside, but you turn it over and it's white. And I'm really worried that when I actually start wearing these regularly, the black's gonna start cracking and you're gonna see the white through it. And that kind of bums me out, so I'm kind of hesitant to wear these, but overall these are a dope shoe. Next up is the Triple White Ultra Boost. It's the 2016 version with the all white outsole, and it's got prime knit all the way around. I mean, everyone's got this shoe. It's a dope shoe. This is another shoe I still have yet to wear just because I live in New York and I work in Soho, and taking the train every day and walking through Chinatown, your feet get just like dirty as hell. So I'm afraid to wear these because they're just gonna get messed up real quick. So this is my only pair of NMDs. It's the gray and red mesh NMDs. I had a bunch of other pairs. I mainly just got them to do videos for them, and this is the only pair that I actually liked enough to keep. Obviously I've worn it almost to the ground. Like, the boost is yellow. I'm not gonna show you the sole because it's messed up, but this is a great shoe. Not as comfy as Ultra Boost, but it's dope. It smells like shit. The first Jordan is the Air Jordan 4 Columbia Remastered. The leather quality on this is crazy. The tumbled leather looks awesome. It feels awesome. I really like how they didn't use the mesh and they used the leather with the perforations in it. I think that looks sick. Overall, this is an awesome shoe, but it's another shoe that I've kind of worn the crap out of, so it is what it is. So this is probably my favorite Jordan release of the year. It's the White Cement 4s. I mean, if you're watching this channel, you know everything about this shoe already, so I'm not gonna go into it, but dope shoe. Next up is the French Blue 12s. I actually ordered the Masters and they got canceled, so Nike said, you know what, we'll give you these early as sort of like a consolation prize. And I was like, man, that's fine, but I want the Masters. I never ended up getting the Masters, but these are okay too. Next up, you've got the Flu Game 12s. I actually ended up getting a couple pairs of these just because they're awesome and they look great, so there's that. Of course, you got the 72 10s. I love the tumbled leather. I'm not a huge fan of the sparkles going on in the patent leather, but it is what it is. I think the outsoles are okay. I mean, of course, they get dirty real quick. It is what it is. It's the nature of the beast. But overall, an awesome shoe. Next up, you've got the Bred 11 lows. I think these shoes are awesome. I got these mainly because I missed out on the Bred 11s in 2012. Anytime between 2010 and 2014, I was in college and just had no money. So even if I had the opportunity to grab the pair of shoes that I wanted, I couldn't afford them. So this is kind of like couple years later consolation prize. Also, I'm an idiot because these came out the Saturday that there was a sneaker event that I was working, and I reached down to grab a box and creased them up 2 hours after I got them, so that was awesome. Next up, I've got a custom pair of 11s that I was working on a year ago and just never finished. It's the 11 Supremes, and the more that I look at them, the more I realize that that's just a lot of stuff going on the shoe. I did a bunch of custom Supreme 5s, which worked out really great, but on the 11s, it wasn't working too well. And this used to be a pair of beat to hell cool gray 11s, and honestly, I should have just left them as cool grays, even though they look like trash, because it would look better than an unfinished custom. Next up, you've got my only pair of 5s in the collection. I used to have a bunch of other pairs. I had the Bel Air 5s, which I actually dug. I waited in line for those, but like I said, when I was in college, I was broke. I had to sell a lot of stuff, so I got rid of those and a couple other pairs that I liked. I mean, it's a classic, but I don't love it. Just a 5, you know? Next up, you got my favorite Jordans, the Jordan 1s, and we're starting it off with the shattered backboard ones. These shoes are awesome. Obviously, the leather quality is dope. They're just a sick shoe, man. You can really rock these with anything just because they're kind of out there. And I'm originally from Baltimore, so this is sort of an Orioles colorway, but I don't really care about the Orioles at all, or honestly, baseball. So maybe I'll wear these to a Knicks game or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but overall, awesome shoe. Of course, you got the Chicago ones. I have yet to break these out, but these are awesome. I mean, they're about as classic as you can get. I love this colorway. I love red. Awesome shoe. There's a train every 30 seconds, and it's ruining the video. That's what happens when you pay cheap rent in Queens. You get stuck under a train. Changing things up from Jordans, we got the KDs. This is the KD9 in the Preheat or Zero colorway. I believe this is the most limited colorway that they dropped so far. I mean, a lot of the KD9s have been selling out, but this one in particular, I'm not sure exactly why, but it's my favorite colorway, so that's why I grabbed it. I just happened to see these in a Foot Locker, and I was like, I gotta grab these, so picked them up. Awesome shoe. Next up, we got kind of one of my grails. It's the KD 6 Ant Pearl. And the reason this shoe means so much to me is because I recently lost my mother to breast cancer, and so this is pretty sentimental. And it's just kind of nice to have something in my collection that reminds me of her. I appreciate that KD does this line. I think that's awesome. But this is my favorite pair out of the Ant Pearl line, and that's why I picked it up. So there's that. Finally, for all the hypebeasts out there, because you know we're all hypebeasts at heart, I've got the Yeezy 350 Pirate Black 2016. I had the 750s in the original colorway back when they released in New York on the app, but I was an idiot and I didn't realize they were gonna sell for as much as they do now, so I sold them for 800 bucks at Flight Club. So I'm an idiot, and I don't have those anymore, but at least I have these. But what can you say about 350s that hasn't already been said? I mean, they're a dope shoe. I dig Kanye, I like everything he does. Pretty much. I mean, they're a pretty okay shoe. They're not as comfortable as Ultra Boost. I'd probably prefer wearing Ultra Boost every day. But I mean, it's always nice to have a pair of Yeezys in your collection, so that's pretty much it for my sneaker collection. Once again, thank you so much to Kais for having me on here. It's really appreciated. Thank you to you guys, the crew. Again, it's really appreciated. Make sure to check out my sneaker channel, Fowler Customs, on YouTube and on social media. Hit that subscribe button if you want to. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace.